Yo, what it is, YouTube? It's your boy de-essing coming back with another bullseye of a video here today on the channel. Let's hear what we're gonna be working on.
One more time, one more
Hear
time.
me out, baby girl. Me know one day woulda leave me, and I me a give you all of the reasons. But I just wanted you to know you on my mind. For you, me still a feelings. But me know say me can't rewind. So I'm just asking you.
All right, so don't forget, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Make sure you don't forget to subscribe to the channel where we give out these gems. Today we're gonna be breaking down almost like a future vocal chain that I made here, and this is more like a breakdown of that vocal chain because this song reminds me of Future Extra Love. That one song, is my lifestyle, like that beach type of vibe. You feel me? So that's what I was just wanted to break over here for you guys today. So don't forget to support the channel down below. You know, go ahead and click on the link and grab a chorus, grab a plugin preset, book a mix, do whatever you want. But we're gonna sauce this bitch up. We're gonna start from the very first plugins that we have right here. So let me see something real quick. Let me just hide all of that. And yeah.
Oh girl, give me one,
Give me,
one, one,
give me one,
one,
give me,
one,
give me
one
one.
more time, one more time.
Hear me out, baby girl. Me know one day woulda leave me, and I me a give you all of the reasons. But I just wanted you to know you on my mind.
All right, so let's start from the very first plugin. And usually when you're working with like, melodic vocals or even things that have a lot of power, some using like a L2 is good because it will smoothen that waveform before it even hits the actual vocal chain itself, all right?
Give me one, yeah, yeah. Hear me out, baby girl. Me know one day woulda leave me, and I me a give you all of the reasons. But I just wanted you to know you on my mind. For you, me still a feelings.
So pay attention. Every time there's like a transient kind of peak from a certain word, this limiter is there to make sure that our overall vocal is smooth before it actually goes into the chain itself. So then after that, a great plugin to use is Split S because it would do some de-essing for you without actually, breaking the signal in half.
Give me one. Hear me out, baby girl. Me know one day woulda leave me, and I me a give you all of the reasons. But I just wanted you to know you.
So yeah, just like that, we find ourselves in that situation where, you feel me, we have that. All right, so let me just make sure my fucking playback engine is my dumbass. Sorry, it's a human making the video, not an AI. Okay, all right, so yeah.
Hear me out, baby.
So yeah, you see that I did some deharshing, okay? So that's really good. Now the next thing we got to go in there and do is like it's like a couple of steps process. Like when you got a barber and your barber's over there lining your shit up, he don't do it all at once. He don't just take the clipper and put it over your head all at once and there you go is your haircut. No, nigga, you slowly shave off some things. Now we're using Soothe to do that.
Hear me out, baby girl. Me know one day woulda leave me, and I me a give you all of the reasons. But I just wanted you to know you on my mind. For you, me still a feelings, but me know say me can't rewind. Hear me out, baby girl. Me know one day woulda leave me, and I me a give you all of the reasons. But
So I liked what that Soothe is doing a lot, and I used it on soft to still give it like that. I want the vocal to sound romantic. I want it to sound like Valentine's Day, to be flirty and attractive, be a pimp. So rather than to use hard, like a harsh, lame ass nigga trying to talk to a female, I use soft to insinuate the shape of the vocal and to give off like a love type of vibe. Then I use the Pro Q3, and usually when you want to work on like a deeper voice, you're gonna do some cuts in the mid range, just do some aggressive frequency sweeps and a good amount of filtering.
hear me out, baby girl. Me know one day woulda leave me, and I me a give you all of the reasons. But I just wanted you to know you on my mind. For you, me still a feelings, but me know say me.
So that's the benefits of using active EQ is I feel like the higher up in the frequency range you go, sometimes it's better to use the active EQ because the active EQ is like no preservatives in some food. It's non-invasive species, you feel me? So it's gonna make sure you still maintain your mid-range. I feel like when you do just straight up frequency sweeps just like this, sometimes the mid-range can kind of sound weird and funky, and that mid-range is the emotional intelligence of a vocal, all right? So after that, of course, the best de-esser in the game. I might challenge myself next year to not even use it. But Weiss de-esser.
Hear me out, baby girl. Me know one day woulda leave me, and I me a give you all of the reasons. But I just wanted you to know you on my mind.
So Weiss de-esser is absolutely great. I don't know if it's on sale, but it's worth every dollar. Because it really goes in there and it does the deharshing, and you can control the range. So if you want to keep pulling back your threshold, but you don't want it to go past a certain number amount, you can dial back your range. So that's why it's one of the best de-essers. Then using something like the MC404, which is going to give us some volume, but it has a certain tonal characteristic, and it will also control the vocal. People like Future or a lot of rappers that have some natural voice in their body could use multiband.
Hear me out, baby girl. Me know one day woulda leave me, and I me a give you all of the reasons. But I just wanted you to know you on my mind. For you me still a feel it, but me know say me can't rewind. Hear me out, baby girl. Me know one day woulda leave me, and I me a give you all of the reasons. But I just wanted you to know you on my mind.
So pretty much this multiband compressor puts a leash on the Rottweiler. It puts a leash on it. You feel me? So it doesn't go too out of control and bite somebody at the park, which is the rest of the track, the 2-track beat. I don't want it to bite the 2-track beat. Like, come on, bro. Put a leash on that bit. But yeah, then I have the Arvox. We already know what that sounds like. That's not even worth going over. And then the fresh air. See how I waited towards all the way at the end of the vocal chain to bring brightness?
Hear me out, baby girl. Me know one day woulda leave me, and I me a give you all of the reasons. But I just wanted you to know you on my mind. For you me still a feel it, but me know say me can't rewind.
And to make sure your high end never really gets stepped on when you have background vocals and shit, make sure you go in there and you actually try to shelf off some of the high end on the background vocals. I'm not gonna go over the background vocals, but you obviously see I have a shelf, which is gonna diminish the amount of high end on my background vocals compared to the lead vocals. Because if you have super bright high end on your vocals and your background vocals, you see more high end is getting taken off. I'm darkening my background vocals. By comparison, it's just gonna sound like one big flash on your iPhone camera. Now you can't see shit. You feel me? So, doing other things using the OZONE is going to cut off some high end too, on my background vocals. So yeah, all of that stuff, I rebuilt it back. That's very important to know when you're trying to get future or pro vocals in general. It's all about creating space for the things. You got to figure out what you want to be king and what you want to be a peasant. What's going to be on top, what's going to be at the bottom.
Hear me out, baby girl. Me know one day woulda leave me, and I me a give you all of the reasons. But I just wanted you to know you on my mind. For you me still a feel it, but me know say me can't rewind. Give me one more time. Hear me out, baby girl. Me know one day woulda leave me, and I me a give you all of the reasons. But I just wanted you to know you on my mind. For you me still a feel it, but me know say me can't rewind.
I think there should be one more part. Yeah, I forgot this part over here.
Say me can't rewind. So I'm just asking you to give me one more time.
So something along the lines of that. And now after that, let's look at our what we did, because I kept going. Some people ask you, why do you do a lead vocal bus? Sometimes I just fucking ran out of plugins. This is a full mix with the drums and everything. So I got to keep adjusting my vocal as my mix is building up. So then I just used something like a Pultec just for the dirty gain.
Say me can't hear me out, baby girl. Me know one day woulda leave me, and I me a give you. Hear me out, baby girl. Me know one day woulda leave me, and I me a give you all of the reasons. But I just wanted you to know.
So yeah, just running it through this plugin and literally not doing anything. There is a little bit of a boost on the low shelf. I don't know why I did that. But yeah, this just the dirty gain, the dirty volume, a little bit of these sprinkles and this chocolate chip over this ice cream. It's just adding extra seasoning towards the end. Even though we got the ice cream done, which is the real lead vocal chain, we're just throwing some fudge. We're just throwing some cherries. We're just throwing extra added flavor at that point to help this shit cut through the track. Then I used another fresh air. Fuck.
Hear me out, baby girl. Me know one day woulda leave me, and I me a give you all of the me know say me can't rewind. So I'm just asking
So
you.
this song really reminds me of Future Extra Love, Extra Love, Extra Love. And it has like a I real type of island type of his part specifically. All right. So then I use the CLA 76 and look at how we blunt this back using that, you know, just that little bit of that transistor, a little bit of that transformer, taking advantage of the fact that the Hellcat has this type of spoiler. It has this type of exhaust. We gonna hit the gas, boy. We gonna hit the gas on that CLA 76.
Hear me out, baby girl. Me know one day woulda leave me, and I me a give you all of the reasons. But I just wanted you to know you on my mind. For you, me still have.
So I guess what I did right here too is I pulled the trim back. So I guess I really didn't hit the gas. I put that shit in neutral almost, or just idle speed. And I pulled the trim back a little bit. So the vocal didn't sound too on top of the track. And then that's kind of like the combination of using the trim and the parallel together to get the vocal to be present, but still sit in the track. So this is a time when we actually use volume, you know, to get things to blend better.
Hear me out, baby.
Now, let me see what else that we have here. And I think the last plugin we use is Spiff to take out some of the, and that's just the nature of auto-tune. Because sometimes in between the modulation of auto-tune, sometimes it could get clicky and poppy. And I think this is remove mouth clicks is a great way to just smooth out your auto-tune.
Hear me out, baby girl. Me know one day woulda leave me, and I me a give you all of the reasons. But I just wanted you to know you on my mind. For you, me still have feelings, but me know say me can't rewind. So I'm just asking you to give me one more time. Hear me.
So it just makes it sound cleaner. It will make your auto-tune sound smoother. Last thing I do want to say though that will help, and this is a gem because I love going above and beyond, is I put this motherfucking BX Digital 2 on my master fader and I cut everything out in the mid-range. Everything is like the tightest Q, no more than about a dB, and it kind of makes even more space for the vocal. Because all the frequencies that share the vocal with the beat, you know, all this, because there's gonna be redundancies, I take those motherfuckers out on the master fader and it like adds clarity.
Hear me out, baby girl. Me know one day woulda leave me, and I me a give you all of the reasons. But I just wanted you to know you on my mind. For you, me still have feelings, but me know say me can't rewind. So I'm just asking. Hear me out, baby girl. Me know one day woulda leave me, and I me a give you all of the reasons. But I just wanted you to know you on my mind. For you, me still have.
So that's another gem that don't even got nothing to do with the vocal chain. That will definitely help you guys out. So don't forget, if you guys did like these gems, if you learned something new, why don't you just go down below and make sure, double check that you are subscribed so you could keep getting more of these gems. I want to say thank you very much for being a great part of the channel. Check the links, grab a plugin preset, a chorus, a vocal template that could get your sounding sauced up, or, you know, go ahead and book for a mix master. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. We going to be here day in, day out, dropping the gems, and you know we going to see you next time. All right, YouTube gang. Peace.